comes apart and breaks so easily.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy as David Usher takes us on a personal journey of music and ideas.
She painted on rice paper. Burns in the
And this is actually the first album of your solo career where you actually have a central theme around all of the songs.
Yeah, I didn't mean to write around a theme, because that's not always the way it works, but a theme sort of developed. And I really had the idea at the very beginning, after the first song or two. I had the image of myself and my group of friends and my family, because it's very Montreal-centric in its theme, this album. Just sort of sitting on a hill on the last day on Earth, and just about all the memories and all the ideas and the dreams that come rushing through your head on that day, and it's really centralized around that kind of idea.
She said,
Where did that come from, that last day on Earth? It's a little dramatic.
It's a little dramatic, but it's much less about that than it really is about the connections to your friends and family, and the real things that you do in your life. Because a lot of times, I think in our lives, we spend outside of ourselves in ideas that aren't really central to us. And if you really distilled your life into what was important on a last day, you might really look at the list very differently.
And did you consciously work around the sound of the album so that it would fit that intimate? Because listening to it, the first feeling I got, I felt like I was intruding on a very, very private moment the entire way.
I wanted to have an acoustic feeling to it. I wanted the bass to be acoustic, so the basis of the album is very much acoustic guitar, but then we added a lot of instruments to it, but always trying to make sure that even when it gets grander and larger in scope, that it still had an intimate feeling to it. We always tried to make sure that we were really careful which way we were turning each of those, that we were going the way we went for the right reasons.
Do you like going back in time and doing some of the Moist songs, and you still like that?
I do actually like it live, because in my real life, when I'm at home, I never listen to things that I've done before. So I don't actually listen to anything from the past.
Why not?
I'm always working on something new. So musically, in my writing life, I'm living in the present, or just ahead of myself. But on stage, it's actually quite fun to play those songs from the past.
she comes apart and breaks so easily.
And David, tell me a little bit about the first single, Rice Paper, what the song is about, and there's a video, obviously, with it, which is very particular, and it tells a particular story in a very intense way.
That song very much encompasses the theme of the album. It really is about just a flood of images that would come to you on your last day. And it's very much like a movie in reverse, where your whole life flashes before your eyes and images of the past come sailing at you. The title, Rice Paper, my mom is a Chinese brush painter. And so there were always stacks and stacks and stacks of rolled up rice paper all over our house because she would paint. And there is something interesting about the art of Chinese brush painting where, you know, you can't paint and repaint. You paint it once and it's done. And if it's not right, it's not right. And there's something about the paper itself, if you've lived amongst it for your whole life, that there's a fragility to it that mirrors us in a way.
David's latest album, Songs from the Last Day on Earth, is available now. For more info, visit SiriusXM.ca.